Calvary Kids, we are at the end of our road trip. We've been driving for 4 weeks. What an epic road trip. And just like the Israelites got their road rules, I had to follow some rules of the road as well too. There were stop signs, speed limits. I had to follow them to make sure I was safe. And God gave the 10 Commandments to the Israelites to make sure they were safe. We're on our last 3. But let's go ahead and recap those first 7 that we learned to see if you can remember them. As they come up, shout it out. Great job, you guys. So we've been going over our main points about how we can obey God through these 10 Commandments. Because even though that was a long time ago, these still apply to us today. We learned that we can obey God by putting God first. We can obey God by worshiping Him. Last week we learned that we can obey God by loving our families. And this week we're learning that we can obey God by loving others. Okay, go ahead, pause here, read Exodus 20, 15 through 17 to see what those last 3 commandments are. These last 3 commandments are all about how we can live with others. God wants us to love other people. We can love other people by respecting their things and not taking what's ours. We can love other people by being honest and telling the truth. And we can love other people by being happy for them, by not wanting their things, or being happy when something exciting happens to them. We can be encouraging through that and not be jealous. When I was on the road, there were some campers that were a lot bigger than mine, nicer than mine. Man, I was like, if only I was in that, this road trip would be better. But that's not how I should be thinking. I should be thinking, wow, how great that they have a nice RV, right? And just be excited about what I'm experiencing. To be honest, only God can love people perfectly. But because we love God, we're going to try to love others the best that we can. Okay, remember our friend Paul? He has some more words for us. Pause here and read 1 Thessalonians 2, 7 through 8. These verses tell us how Paul's friends loved each other. Because they loved God, they loved and took care of each other. We have the decision to take care of others as well too and love on them. How are you going to love people this week? Okay guys, check out this cartoon. I'm going to go clean up. I've been on the road for quite a while and have a lot to unpack. It's been so fun to be on this road trip with you guys. I hope you guys learned a lot, and watch this cartoon for the last time to summarize what we all learned. Bye!
God gave the people of Israel a set of 10 commandments for the people to follow. These rules were so that the people would know what they could do to show their love for God and the people in their lives. So far, we've learned to put God first. We should worship God only. We should respect God's name.
Worship and rest on God's day.
Very good. Honor your parents and not to hurt others. We also learn to keep the promises that we make.
Those are really important rules.
100%. Now you know that all of these rules put together are called the 10 Commandments. So how many more commandments do we need to learn about?
3.
That's right. The final 3 commandments tell us more about how we can love others. The 8th commandment says to respect other people's things and not to take anything that doesn't belong to us.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes, and so is this one. Commandment number 9 says that we should always tell the truth.
But what if you get in trouble?
Sometimes we might be afraid of getting into trouble, but we could end up hurting someone else when we lie. That's why God wants us to always be honest.
Tell the truth, got it. What's the last commandment?
The 10th commandment says that we shouldn't be jealous of something another person has.
Why not? Sometimes my friends have cooler toys than I do, and I wish I had one too.
I understand that. It's okay to think what your friend has is cool. But when we get jealous, it makes us feel grumpy and sad. God wants us to be thankful about the things we do have. instead of wishing for other people's things.
So I can show others I love them. When I tell the truth. When I don't get jealous about what other people have. When I don't take things that don't belong to me. Right?
You got it.
Which of the commandments is the most important one?
You know, in the Bible, it says that people once asked Jesus that same exact question. Do you know what Jesus said?
What did he say?
Jesus said the most important commandment is to love God with all of our heart, soul, mind, and strength. And the second most important one is to love our neighbors as much as we love ourselves.
Wait, love God and love others? Isn't that all of them?
Yes, that's right. When we do these things, we show our love for others. And in the end, that's showing our love for God.